Boom, boom, boom.
It's so cold in the deep. It will come keep me.
Is it cold in the
Working doing time.
How we gonna open up with you talking about it's cold in the deep?
Used to be your brother to me. She like that was some real people that passed away.
Hey yo, I want 21 to remix that.
You want what?
I want 21 to remix that.
21.
I don't know about that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? They could be having murder on their mind and all this other shit. Why not?
Yeah, it's cold
That
in
nigga
here.
locked up though.
The murder on my mind dude was locked up, but I mean, he ain't the only rapper.
Hey, y'all ever seen this joint called Why Must I Cry, yo?
I've heard of it.
Why must I cry? Why must I cry? Why?
You've heard of Why Must I Cry, but never saw the video?
Yo.
Wasn't he in the shower at one point?
Yeah. Why that told me why this that nigga was definitely on the spectrum.
Oh,
yeah.
Something was going on there. There was definitely something going on.
I'm 100% sure.
Yo, so we here, we live, we with BRP, you know, the Black Rasslin Podcast. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even let them introduce themselves. We just gonna go right into what we here for.
Wow, look at this.
35 more pounds. That nigga's gonna be a solo act.
He's almost there.
Hey, Billy Dixon. Okay. Thank you.
AC Mac, the industry wrestling champion.
Exactly.
Thanks. Darius Carter is a menace. Baddie alert. And
Should have been AJ.
No comment about that. Shout out to number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. And number 1. Shout out to YouTube
Jersey. Jersey.
Yo, that was Jersey Shore niggas.
That was Paulie.
Man.
Man.
What's that shirt though? Wait, what's that shirt though? What's that shirt though?
Oh shit.
What's that shirt though? I don't know what that shirt is. I'm just asking. I'm not seeing it. Damn. Why you do that?
Yo, is that ain't the dude, is it?
That's Brian Bryanson.
That's Brian Bryce.
I'm sad, yo. I'm sad.
Wow. We hear about Black Rasslin though. I'm not gonna get off on the Bryans and whole skip and everything. We with the Black Rasslin Podcast. You know, I'm Trady. Got Nicole from Down for the Count, but you know, she the number 2 on We Love Wrestling. Nicole, introduce yourself and then let the Black Rasslin people do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm Nicole 2/4. Apparently, I don't know math today. 1/4 Down for the Count. You can find us on Twitter, Down for the Count 19. I was in the episode, but we just released 2 new episodes, a 2-parter talking about all the mess. But yeah, just follow us on there. Follow We Love Wrestling, all that good stuff.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Do I do it?
You usually set it off.
It's the Black Rasslin Podcast. BlackRasslin.com is the website. Literally, YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. 8:35 p.m. After this,
live.
We'll be over there live. You already know what time it is. Shouts out to Trey. Shouts out to Nicole for having us. The BRP50 4th annual. My name is Cal. It's homie IlFam7 on your social media choice. That's Matthewson.
At Matthewson.
Damon. With his child house robe on.
It's my robe, nigga.
I do not believe you.
That's not exactly what you think Jason Weaver looked like right now.
With some fronts, yeah. You got a cognac on you?
Oh my god!
I think we lost Trey.
You did.
He's down for the count.
That's some lean.
See what
in
I
there.
did there, Trey?
That's some real.
Yeah, I see what you did there, but yo, you gonna be Jason Weaver for a minute now.
Facts. At least for this live stream. Shit.
So Jason Weaver, tell the people, how did you come up with the BRP50 list, Leon?
I was on the set of Atlanta, and
the legal team told me to tell you, fuck you, Trey D.
Why legal say fuck you?
Because they said I just got the text that said stop calling Mav Jason Weaver, nigga.
That's damn
almost
shame.
spit on my computer just now.
What about JW?
Hold on.
Jay? Big Weave.
They said nah.
Big Weave is crazy.
Big Weave is crazy.
Big Weave is crazy.
Big Weave was a good one.
Nah. Well, man, tell them why you. Wait a minute. Because a lot of times when you do these things, you got to make sure that you touch everybody. So we had to make sure that we hit all demos. So we want to welcome in
the white,
aka Drip.
White people.
Grandmaster B.
Shouts out to white people being late.
Grandmaster.
Nah, don't shout out.
Imagine you said
for
I look you. Hey, stop.
we gotta keep the demo.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man, someone wants to come over with the BRP50 list. People may not know. We over here just talking about wrestling, but we talking about Black Rasslin today.
You said how?
Yeah. Why?
I think the three of us was sitting having a conversation, and it just sparked like, yo, it's super underappreciated in this space. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Not even podcasting. We're not talking about podcasting. At the time, it wasn't none of us. But nobody, just looking at the predominantly white illustrated, like you could go through the list and see that it wasn't but like 15 Black wrestlers at the time. We're talking about 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. And I literally went through and checked them all. You know what I'm saying? So I might be off by 4 or 5 niggas.
Right.
But it might be because they was mixed. You know what I'm saying?
They may not have been confirmed.
Right. So just going through and seeing, I'm like, yo, we're here shouting out everybody on a weekly basis. We would do Black Wrestler of the Week, and Cal was doing the post. You know what I'm saying? So we sat together and said, yo, we're gonna do this. We're gonna throw up 100. We're gonna throw up 100 of the Black wrestlers. And we sat down, was like, yo, it ain't 100. Or that's crazy.
It's not a strong 100.
It's not a strong 100 without including everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? And once you include everybody, you don't want anybody to be there no more. So we sat down. That's what it spawned from. Yeah. That's what it came from.
Yeah.
At this time now, do you think you may move the list up? Because now we got double what you had the first year you did it.
You saying in terms of doing more, it no longer being more BRP 50 plus.
Yeah,
X amount more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say like this: if you're asking me, I'm gonna have to get back to you in about 6 months after we sit down, and discuss it, you included.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We sit down and discuss it and see if, you know what I mean, if the 50 is strong enough, because the 50 is strong. You know what I mean? Is it too many people? Would the 75 be stronger than the 50?
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So
You got to really look at what, because again, if you're doing a 70, if you're doing a 50 list, you probably need about 65, 70 names.
Yeah.
If you're doing a 75 list, you damn near need 100 names. So and that 100's got to be strong. It's got to be fighting for content, even if it's 73, 72. Like, there's got to be a reason why people can't just be on there because they're black and a pro wrestler. Like, it's got to be a reason why people make the list, or you're negating the whole reason to be making the list, I think.
now, I don't mean to cut you off. It looked like you had another question, Trady, but now it's a strong 140 to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But is it a strong 140 to Drip? Is it a strong 140 to you, Fam, Mimi, Cal, shit, Nicole? When you look at the list, do you recognize 140 of these people, or at least 100? You know what I'm saying? So that's something we all gonna have to sit down and hash out the details.
Right. Right.
Now I was thinking about it. Is there anybody who should have been on the 50 that didn't make the 50? Or has anybody been in y'all mention saying, why ain't this person on there?
In the mentions, they talk about where people should be and why somebody's not number one or in the top 10 or whatever.
But
I'm not seeing a lot of talk about.
Yeah, I haven't seen y'all.
This person needs to be.
Person, yeah,
you missed somebody. Fam has mentioned somebody that should have but that's a different conversation. No, I think the if you got to have like a real strong argument for some, because like for some people who didn't make the list, it's this year was fierce. There are people that like were on TV a lot in the last couple of years who, based off of the last year, weren't able to make it. Like, at some point it's got to be about the work that you're putting in there, whether it's on a major federation or just on an independent level.
Actually, you know what name I heard that wasn't on the list this year that I don't even remember actually discussing is what's the two Red Ratting boys on AEW?
The Acclaim.
Acclaim.
Yeah. Acclaim video games.
Some great games back in the day. Buy on site almost.
I've mostly seen people, again, like I'm just parroting, people arguing about where certain people should be. I know Keith Lee has been a big one I've been seeing.
He is a big one.
But at the same time, so I usually, like, I've been playing devil's advocate, and I was like, obviously, it's like, there's a criteria. It's like, I love Keith Lee, but Keith Lee didn't wrestle for a majority of the year.
Non-compete, swollen heart. You know what I mean? He had all kinds of things going on.
So that's what I'm saying. I was like, this isn't discrediting his accountability, but I was like, I rather than follow an actual criteria and go by those guidelines instead of. Again, I don't want to like name drop PWI, but they'll say that they have a criteria for A, B, and C. But then I'm like, okay, well, how come half these people are as high as they are? If you want to follow that actual criteria. So that's what I appreciate about this. It's like, okay, they followed it. I was like, they stated this is what we're going by and actually followed it.
Yeah, I mean, just the thing that we need to clear up for most folks, because everybody has a favorite. Is and I've said this before, it's the year, not the wrestler.
Facts.
May to May.
I was about to say. But no, and with the Acclaim, I think it's kind of hard to separate the two. I mean, there's conversations about that with the Street Profits, but more or less they're kind of always together. Bowens had like a singles match with Bryan Danielson and Max Caster faced CM Punk, but they were kind of on my, like, after the 50, they were on my honorable mention, but I'm like, you kind of think of both of them as a group, unfortunately.
Wasn't one man's injured for a bit?
He just got injured, I think, right before the cutoff.
And I mean, I'd have to go back and check their record, but I've heard more people talking about man's rapping, especially the raps that had to get cut from TV, than anything that was going on. And I mean, the one yo was getting beat by Orange Cassidy. Like, I don't know.
The one thing that I think that is kind of I know we're talking about the 50. You know, I think this year we got to put more emphasis on the people that didn't make the list or were close to making the list. We have to put more emphasis on that after the 50. That's the reason why it's made. You know what I'm saying? To show you the people that are there next year, quite possibly there next year. They just missed this, or you know what I'm saying? They're one step from.
Yeah. That's why you have to look at the calendar year. I mean, May to May. At a certain point, we understand, and there are names who were after the 50, and then they blew the fuck up. Like it's like clockwork. But you got to look at the calendar.
I think in total it was 4 names that blew.
Yeah.
So here's my question, because I've been asked it, so I got to ask y'all. Why not put tag teams together in a ranking? Why split them up?
It's
because Dawkins didn't get a goddamn Roman Reigns match.
Well, but and the other thing, I mean, but like the New Day is a faction.
Yeah, that's a faction.
Do you put them together? I mean, do you put their accomplishments together?
If you put them together, they might come.
That's what I'm saying. Some shit might be unfair. If you were to say, "Oh, we're gonna put teams together in the New Day," they can be a tag team. They've held the tag team titles as a threesome trio. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it gets that. I think in situations like that, it can get kind of messy because Big E being a member of that, it can tip a scale. You feel what I'm saying? And on WWE TV and AEW as well, they do wrestle singles matches. Like if it was if we were doing a whole list and we were to be splitting up everybody, Dax Harwood would be higher on my list than what's his name, Cash Dashman, whatever his name is.
I was just about to say, so we have to put Darius Martin in the spot down.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like, you know, if you're to equate them as a tag team and then also man's getting busy in the ring as a singles competitor, Dax Harwood is fucking on fire right now. Cash Dashman, I ain't seen him since he wrestled Dax Harwood in a match. I'm just saying it get messy. It could get messy if you're to put tag teams together because you gotta the weight of the accolades and everything can kind of mess things up if they do solo shit as well. I'd say.
Nicole, I always talk to these dudes. You can go ahead and get them.
What you gonna call? What was the word that you was gonna say? Thank you, fam, because I thought I was the only one that caught that there was a self-censor right there. You know. There was a self-censor. It could have been any.
What'd you say, Drip?
I'm saying I could sense it. I'm like,
Drip said, why you gonna call them monkeys? That's what Drip was gonna say.
You know what? I'm getting out of here.
Oh, man.
You made Drip leave.
I can't.
Hey, you got to love the moments when Drip leave.
Oh man.
Drip, I'm out of here.
So
it was a smart move.
Yes, Miss Nicole. I'm sorry.
So I do. So again, I love to say this, play devil's advocate for the tag team. So I do understand separating them on accomplishments, but this is me. I'm just an old person. I always usually view tag teams as one entity. So, right. So is this obviously something that you want to continue on with the remaining list? I know you guys, you want to wait till a few months from now to kind of reconvene for what you want to do next time. But I feel like if you're expanding a little bit more, maybe put the tag teams together in the future.
So I feel like it's going to be harder to do that next year than it is this year. You see Montez Ford bulking up. And I think, but in all reality, I think because there's always a Jannetty, you know what I'm saying? There's always a Jim Neidhart. There's
always a powerhouse Hobbs to a Ricky Starks. I mean, they are technically a tag team.
That's what I was about to say in that aspect. Should we have counted them as a tag team when they were just kind of thrown together as a tag team towards the end?
Like Drake said, you know how sticky it get. I mean, it can get kind of messy when you're trying to decipher what a team does and how to weigh those accolades, and especially on a list like this. So, I don't know. I'm always cutting out like those types of complicated stat situations. If we could just do singles and
then like fans like the person who missed the list, like in like that, someone else would have been higher probably because
exactly
they were a group.
It kind of makes it easier. It would make it easier for us, but I almost feel like it's a way for us to kind of weasel out of having to rank both guys.
Right.
So it's I ain't gonna say it's like a pump way out, but it's kind of a easy way out for us if we were to do it. So that being the case and being the bullheaded individuals that we are, we probably would shy away from making things simpler for ourselves.
I think that's probably what would happen.
I respect that.
We're trying to maintain a certain level of quality to certain standard as well, and I think part of that is every person being weighed on their own accolades, and not because some people can get carried by another person if they are in a team situation, and that's not fair for whoever will be underneath them if they're getting a certain spot because the person they're standing next to is nice.
I was honestly gonna say, because I missed some. Pardon me if I'm jumping in at the wrong time, but I was gonna say shit. They break them up all the time.
That too, yeah.
So,
Dante Martin.
No, and look at Sean Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Sean Benjamin, yeah.
Are they a tag team?
No two people needed each other more.
No, they're a business.
Facts. But Benjamin and Alexander, they were tag team champions for a minute as a business.
And it was the point of like how they break them up. Like they were a team, and then like look at them without each other, they're nothing.
They had a name and everything.
And they when they returned, they were together as a business,
as a whole business
in the same clothes.
All of them had the gold foil for you guys.
Girl, we promise you no substitutes. It's me.
All right, devil's advocate. Who's the one person on the list that made the list that you don't think should have been on the list?
Are we thinking the same name?
Math?
Who you thinking, Nicole?
Nicole? Yeah.
I don't think that should count because that's after the list. It's after the list. In the making of the list, it's like, this person deserved to be on the list.
You said he?
Mm-hmm. Or unless we're thinking of someone else right now. But
no, I said he.
No, I'm saying me. I was the one who did that. That's the thing. Like,
no, but no. Wait, Nicole, who are you thinking of though? Because you said he.
I mean, we can swerve to the left or the right of this conversation, but
Hey, yo.
I love it. No, I love it because everybody has the same answer.
Yeah, the whole time.
No, the whole squad. This whole squad. It's just everybody.
No, see, because because before all this, I thought he should have been on the list. Like he had, a great match with Starkside set on Rampage, but whatever that happened after, it's like it's sour. It's like an asterisk. It's
but that's again. Think about this though. We're talking about teams. Would you have considered that foursome a team for one spot?
A team.
I'm saying if we're putting if the New Day as a threesome,
you
technically occupy as.
I wouldn't even rank New Day as a threesome because in the last calendar year they haven't been tag team.
I'm again, Mr. Advocate to the devil.
Yeah, but they have to be a tag team in that calendar year. If they not, I'm not going to think of I should put them together, and they haven't been tagging. So that's how
they had a cut. They did have
somebody like, let's say the Renegade Twins made the list. How would you split them up?
That's tough. That's tough. That's also a different situation because they also wrestle a lot more. But there were a couple of different tag teams in this faction, though, weren't they? There was a team that was on SmackDown, and then there was a team that was on NXT because the other dude in the team was holding the belt. He wasn't defending it. He was just holding the belt on NXT for a minute while his mans was in the tag team, and then they let the mans. Never mind.
So when you look at
Swerve away from that.
I had
avoid all
and I
that.
swear.
When you look at DMC and his partner, I can't remember his name.
Marquise. No, Marquise and
It ain't Reverend Run?
I was about to say.
Nah, he
no.
yeah, referee in NXT now.
No, Trey. Damn, I can't remember their name. But when you look at them, matter of fact, let's take main event. When you look at main event, you have shit. Now I'm forgetting their names.
Run.
Gannon and Duke Davis.
Gannon and Duke Davis. When you look at Gannon and Duke Davis, they've only had 1 to 2 singles matches in total.
Okay.
Even when you go back last year. So teams like that, I understand. Now, when you get into teams with, let's just say 2-man power trip. I'm just saying that's Austin, Triple H, completely 2 singles wrestlers that were put together. I'm not putting them together. So anything in that vein, or you know what I mean, that travels that lane, I would never put them together. So like the New Day, granted, 2 of them do. Those 2 that tag the most would be the 2 that would go together. If this was the scenario we were looking at.
So it's tag teams, not factions.
Opinion.
It's tag teams, not factions.
Not a faction. Like true tag teams.
Yeah, true.
So I wouldn't.
I guess the criteria would be
twins.
They'd
Like
have to
the
wrestle
NXT
more as a tag
UK.
team than
Yeah.
singles, right? Would that be
But
like the criteria?
even
Like
still,
60-70% of their matches have to be as a tag team compared to
even
again, that's why like the
still,
Renegade Twins, Waves and Curls, like 2 people that are
salute the
constantly
Weasel.
wrestling together rather than single
Shout out to
stars.
Waves.
But what I'm saying,
Even curls, man.
is DJ Yo in that faction will be getting carried no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And Homegirl would be out on her own no matter what, right?
I mean, to call him DJ, he was just behind. I don't think he was doing shit.
That was his role. He had the headphones on. He was DJ Yo. What else was he? Overalls, yo. Like, what am I? I don't know what his character was. They didn't do much with him aside from put him next to the man.
Remember, he was poor man's redacted dream.
The fourth guy. I mean, the third guy in that faction. The one that's not from Pioneer City, and the one that wasn't holding the title.
Son,
DJ
I had no
Yo.
idea who we were talking about, but anyway, no,
I don't remember his name.
Tahuti. You couldn't
Ashanti
put,
the Adonis is what he was.
You couldn't put them. You couldn't put that faction would never have.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so messy because where would you put people? Like if we're not going to make them a team, we shouldn't be doing the teams together because it's not. You're going to be giving some people an advantage and other people ain't even going to be on the list.
That's not a team.
I wouldn't even consider them a team.
Yeah, that's not.
They had tag matches on NXT. They had like 3 or 4 matches together.
Yeah.
And in the 100-some days that Yo held that title, he was rocking with them people. They were established enough. They was in all the vignettes. DJ Yo wasn't rapping. He wasn't out there. Yeah, he had the headphones and shit. Like he was with them.
I mean, shit. I also saw vignettes of Quang, my nigga.
Who?
I mean,
exactly.
We're forgetting.
I saw Quang vignettes.
Hey, that ain't who is based on?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
And don't forget, we had MVP on the list last year as a manager because he did wonders for
He deserved that
for
shit.
business. But then, like, should we have included Trick Williams with Carmelo, or is he someone on his own? Because he had matches. They're paired together.
No, but Trick Williams didn't enhance Carmelo.
I know, but it's a bit like when you see
I don't
Carmelo,
know.
you always see Trick Williams.
Carmelo
when you
will
see
be
Carmelo
Carmelo
Hayes.
without him.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
them two together is amazing on that show.
You're right.
Oh,
I think.
Hold on, my bad, Cal. My bad. So we can't sit here and talk about Dawkins. You can't do that then. You
The
can't.
crazy thing was last year you were the one saying Montez
No,
Ford
that's not a
ain't
crazy
even-
thing. That's not a crazy thing. That's not a crazy. We can't talk about Dawkins. You have to put Dawkins where Dawkins is then.
Right.
Because there would be, Montez Ford is just a guy.
It's that's what again, these are the conversations that would have to come up. You know, some people would be saved. Some people would be saved, and when you split them up, you then realize who, I don't want to say who's the weakest link, but what people are performing. Facts, like who's performing at a certain level and who is their man's.
Or
Or
who
woman.
is rubbing their beard with the golden shower hat on. Like, you remember when Jim Neidhart had the golden shower hat?
Oh, I thought you said golden shower.
He said golden
I
shower.
said,
Hey,
Yeah.
can
no,
you get him
you
out of here?
I
please?
No, I heard that.
Can you
I
get
heard
him
that
out?
shit too.
See,
Can you
see?
get both
I
of them?
heard-
Can you get the
I
hip
know
hop
y'all been
Dalmatians out
hanging
of
out
here?
with this man
Can
for a
you get
while.
you know what I mean? The hoe is mine and them. Can you get them niggas out of here? Thank you, I appreciate it.
Are they the hip hop Dalmatians that I retired out that group? Now Math is in the group.
Yep, whole time.
I know what I heard.
I heard it too.
I
It
know my
really
truth.
kind of sound like that.
Hey, Trey, get yourself out of here.
Yeah,
please.
You gotta use the soldier voice. Yeah.
BRP50 though. I mean, let's talk about all these people giving y'all shouts out here, boy. Y'all getting some good looks from people out here. You get more respect, or they still don't like y'all?
I think but they still don't like us.
They still don't
Yeah.
like.
I can't blame them. They're jerks.
I'd like me. If I wasn't me, I'd like me. I'd be like, hey, that
I don't
guy's
think so. I actually don't think so. Cal, I think
cool.
you'd hate Cal. You
Probably.
gotta
No, I probably would actually. You're not
look at- you
wrong.
like,
You're not wrong.
that nigga be sitting on the porch listening to Jake the Snake. I know it.
Like I could talk to Donald Glover. Shit.
I gotta do it after the 50. Mav, you said it's the spotlight the people who you should see there next year, the people who was almost there this year. Everybody give me a name. Who you got? Who you guys should have been there?
I got a couple.
Hold on.
So let me. I can give you names, but I can give you names of people that I think are going to be there next year. The people that I can give you names of people that could have been there this year. So I'll give you three. I'll give you Isaiah Bruner. I'll give you
The Midwest best kept secret.
big facts.
Midwest best.
I'll give you who I think is one of the best black technical wrestlers out right now. That's Fred Yehi. Y'all motherfuckers still looking at me like I'm crazy. And
That's always say Fred Yehi. Always.
Did he
Always.
make it in the 50?
nah.
No, I had him on my list because
I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing.
He was a big
I
deal
got
when Evolve was around. He was a big deal then, but like
Yeah,
since Evolve,
and next year I'm gonna say Gia Scott.
Hometown.
Okay.
It's another name that comes up. You know what name I always assume is going to be on the list that is never on the list? Is
Tony
JT.
Brown.
JTG. Tony Brown should have been on the list. He's number 0 on every list. But JTG always holding the title. He always is some type of contention. And it's crazy to think he's, I don't want to say more valued as a singles competitor now, but he's definitely valuable. He's proof that if you have a WWE name, you can go out there and make that shit work. But it's just, it always crack. If he was on a larger circuit, you know what I mean? If he was, I think if he was probably popping up in an ROH or popping up in some of the bigger federations, I wonder what type of noise he'd be making at this point.
Because he was the VIP champion. He just got the Hood Slam Gold pouch.
He's always doing the
That's
count.
a valid point.
He always, there's always some type of hardware wear on his shoulder around his waist. during the calendar year. But again, I think it's one of those things where he's moving in certain areas and it may not be making the most noise compared to the other 50 people that are on the list.
Fam.
I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say AJ Francis, because he's the reason why we cared about that faction during the run of it. The two things that we cared about that faction for are Leon Ruff and AJ Francis are the two reasons why we cared about Hit Row. Of course, Brianna and Tahuti. And then when they moved to the main roster, we saw AJ Francis, and then after they left, we've seen Swerve after the non-compete, but we've also seen AJ Francis doing flips off the middle rope and got dang giant Canadian destroyers. I'm gonna call it a Severn destroyer. You know what I'm saying? We've seen some different things. So yeah, I'm gonna go AJ Francis.
Can wait, I'm sorry. Can we petition to change the name of the Canadian destroyer to the Severn destroyer? I will co-sign the maneuver if we can call it the Severn destroyer, please.
No, because we're gonna end up with a nigga wanting royalties because we're using his name or some shit like that.
If you're not from the area, it would be royalties, is what my cousin said.
Royalties.
Yeah. Pardon me. If you are not from the 410 or the 443, when I say royalties, I meant what is it? What did you say, cuz?
Why he do that?
Hey,
we do what we do.
We don't talk. We do what we do.
We do what we do.
Stupid.
Dummy.
Dumb.
Fuck you talking about, stupid?
What he say? You a whole clown for
You're
real.
a whole whore.
Yeah, that's on the best of because he had started the episode like that for 6 minutes. Like,
Hey yo,
I'm sorry. Yo, wait till I get footage of cuz with my cousins.
with the oil
And they actually talking, and you like, yo, what did he say?
I need it. I need the footages.
It's gonna be it's a We Love Wrestling exclusive.
I need the footages.
I love wrestling. You love wrestling too.
Hey.
Stupid bitch. What you say? We love wrestling, bitch. You heard me, dummy. Fucking stupid. You a whole bitch.
He played with him for real.
You're a clown, y'all. You're a clown.
We gotta get you the fuck up out of here.
No. This is the content you need. This is what you want. Because this ain't happening. When you motherfuckers want, hey, it's 2 Tuesday. Yeah, say 2 and Tuesday. They're not saying that shit. You want this right the fuck now. Clip this shit. Put this out on your IG or whatever the fuck. It's the only time.
That's how we did. Okay.
How we did.
Oh, man. I'm sorry.
Nicole, you
Hey, I'm gonna do the whole episode of BRP tonight as Terry.
I love it. I can't wait.
fuck you mean by that, sir?
He's gonna answer a question without answering it.
No, he's going.
Tune in to find out, short.
Everybody watching, make sure you tune to the Black Rasslin Podcast. Bam got a tune of what he gonna do. Stupid bitch.
Oh man. Oh,
I ain't answering no question.
What the fuck?
Drip, Nicole, y'all didn't give y'all y'all gotta give y'all answers too.
I had decided on Lash Legend. She had made some big social media moments this year. And again, this is kind of like her. She's where Jay Cargill was on the list last year is kind of where Lash Legend is now. It's all potential, and like you hope to see it through because she has presence, obviously, like the Lashing Out segment on NXT 2.0. And she doesn't look bad in most of her matches. I mean, I've only seen a few, but it's just all raw potential, and hopefully they stick it out with her and don't panic halfway through.
They were saying she can't wrestle and shit. That's
Stop it. Stop. Why is it? Why?
That's what I heard on the timeline. I didn't believe it.
They said the same shit about Jade. They still do.
This is an interesting pick, though.
It is an interesting pick.
I want to check on that.
He'll be watching NXT like that. That's the other thing.
I don't really.
I think he be watching it in secret.
I really haven't. It's like I can see moments like unless it's Carmelo Hayes, when I'll go back and watch that. Like you see her on the timeline. Like
Carmelo Hayes is three segments on a 2-hour show. That is the show.
Yeah. He is.
No, I mean I don't watch it live. I go back and watch. Like skip.
Where last chat?
I feel like you
be watching it on Hulu.
The person that's gonna pass up Lash down there at NXT when she get out there going.
Yep.
Jakara.
Yeah.
She been in the barbershop with Mello and them too, so watch with her. Probably watch out for that.
Yo, she I ain't even gonna hold. I have it. She looks super athletic.
She is. She come from that same brand that Lash did.
Understood.
So I just seen a little bit, and I'm like, if she get out there and they let her work like they doing everybody else out there, we might have something.
Well, and that's what they want. They want
people more than most of us.
Facts.
Nicole, who you got? You ready to do this list next year? I'm gonna make you do the list like they made me.
Oh my gosh. I guess so. There's the two that I have. One of them is Hoodfoot.
The second time I heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
So my reasoning is for a Hoodfoot because I feel like there has been, obviously I always like to say there's so many black wrestlers who are doing more than just being a black wrestler, if that makes sense. I feel like Hoodfoot is one of them. I feel like he's really doing a really great job at revitalizing, especially within like the deathmatch and hardcore genre of wrestling. That's showing that we're also capable of this. Like we could have like, I don't want to say a black version of MDK, but we can get to that level if they're getting booked properly, if we're having people show up to these shows, buying these pay-per-views on IWT, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like Hoodfoot has such like a great road ahead of him. And I feel like not enough people talk about him that are not within like my area, the Midwest area of wrestling.
Word.
Shut up, now, town.
Let me tell you, I had to take points off of Hoodfoot's paper for making us run in Dallas.
Scatter. Not you being petty.
Hey, yo. Now these are jokes. You nigga used the first one gone.
I never say. What did I tell you? I said we were staying. I never said, yeah, we staying. And then 2 minutes.
Like, he ain't run, but he definitely eased up out these.
Bro, yeah.
I looked, the whole area was clean. And last time I had looked at, Trey and Suzette was over there chilling. I said, if they's chilling, I'm chilling. We good, right, Drip? It was like, yeah.
I told you, I'm like, we staying, and you're like, yeah, let's be men.
I watched Trey and walk past. I said, it might not be a good move. And then the announcer's like, and if you see them come out of the way, you better move because they gonna do what they gonna do. I was like, oh, they gonna do. Come on, shorty, you gotta get up out here. These little niggas really crazy. They really dragging out here, shorty.
He really dragging out here, shorty.
But I remember Trey went back, and then Glass shower, he went right back out that seat again.
He said that nigga hit the race.
Who was the second one?
Nicole.
My second one was Victor Chase.
Huh.
The Brick City Boys?
Yeah.
Huh. That's one of Nino people?
Yeah. I don't think he was ready for the list this year. Obviously, these are like my people. Well, I do think Hoodfoot low-key should have been on this year, but that's neither here or there. He's still next year. Victor Chase, I feel like he's developing really well. I feel like he's one of those people, like I think Trey and we talked about this with like Janai Kai last year, like very like a sleeper hit. Like some people are paying attention to him, but not. And I feel like he's gonna really blow up next year. I feel like his ring work is getting cleaner. Everything else is getting packaged really well with him. I feel like that's a name that a lot of people are going to be talking about next year.
Oh my God, I gotta do this. We're going for Janai Kai to get championships this year. People stop booking her to come in, just have good matches and not put people over.
Hold on.
Who gonna give her a
That's
title?
what I was about to say.
Who gonna give her a title?
Son,
Nobody wants to give her a title.
Yet.
You just talk to her about this. I'm over it.
My thing about Janai Kai, yo, the reason why I had her on my individual was because wherever she is, she's there to put somebody over. Right. And I'm like, yo, this is super trash. That's all she's doing. Everywhere she goes, she's putting niggas over. And I'm like, yo, you got to notice this. You have to notice this. It's a reason why she's being booked like this. So I was going to say, when Nicole was finished, got to shout out Janai Kai. When you mentioned being outside of the box, I was going to say Trevor Eon.
I love Trevor.
Son, he can go, but his whole character is like some Dracula shit. And I'm like, yo, this shit is dope, but it's going to go over people's head. You know what I'm saying? Because he come out in the cloak and he got
all that
contacts and everything.
His promo game runs everything together too. If people sat down and listened to his promo, every promo he do is like a storyline. Like it's not cut off for the last 3-4 years.
Each other.
Everything tie into each other on this promo.
That's something that I feel like his character work. Again, I think that's a great nod. His character work is crazy, but not enough people talk about it. And I think I think Trevor and I had this conversation. It's like there's not enough people. Like I feel like characters within wrestling are like dying. Like everyone
he's what Danhausen's supposed to be, or what we think Danhausen is.
No, hell no. Because he got a whole woman with him. You know what I mean?
The thing is there's Drip. Your co-host Keeks made a point on the first show talking about how people have kind of killed the idea of a baby face. Like people don't really root for baby faces anymore. I think that part of that is people also don't get into those types of gimmicks. Like things got so real that the element of disbelief when it came to what happened with the walking dinosaur in AEW who only talks about dinosaurs and the Knicks on Twitter, like that should be so absurd. But it's because at this point, people are so out of the idea of this is this person is a thing outside of being a professional wrestling human being that it kind of fucks up those types of talents who have a lot of creativity going on, but people won't even look for them because they don't look like a real person. You know?
Hey, y'all seen Luchasaurus in real life today? He looked like if Jason Momoa was a youth pastor.
I'm sick.
Hey, he was on the season of Big Brother.
Momoa? Y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Math Damon.
Oh, he had shoes
James
on?
Brown face at.
I don't know. The picture he didn't.
He ain't had shoes on.
He looked really cool. Like, hey,
he
guys,
have shoes on.
I mean? Let me tell you about our Lord and Savior. You know what I mean?
He's walking on pavement with no shoes.
Nah, he was on some surfer. The out of character picture I seen of Luchasaurus, he was like a surfer nigga. Like he was on the beach. He's like
he was hovering.
He was just standing there. You know what I mean? He looked like he liked sweater vests.
Did he have the dinosaur face?
Nope.
No pain or nothing.
So how you know it was him?
Here we go.
The caption.
No, I don't believe it.
That's fine.
Did he write it?
I don't know if dinosaurs have fingers.
How you know it was him? This got me weak.
I am not doing the Fiend and Bray Wyatt are two different people. I'm not doing that again.
He's a luchasaur.
Well, we
Yeah, I
just
think it was the lucha part.
He's he go.
I think it was the lucha part.
He's a
half
Mexican
lucha.
raptor.
He's
the
lucha on his father's side.
Their
Felipe
diversity
Lopez.
quota, in case you didn't know.
He's Felipe Lopez.
Brachio Lopez.
I'm getting out of here, dog.
King Trady, take me out.
I
Now,
can't.
what did you say a few weeks ago with Penta Super Kai Conti? Come on.
Hey,
Hey.
it's not my fault. Look, in the perfect storm of my life, it's not my fault that Mexicans got on boots. Happened the same week.
No, Mexican. Outstanding.
Yo,
first of all, Mexican.
Yo,
you ain't never seen the Al Sadiq.
I've seen it. I know exactly what he's talking
Hey, listen,
about.
Al Sadiq. That
Hey,
Al
yo.
Sadiq Joan is like
It's
2-3
my fault.
years old.
He got Cal out the paint quick.
How about you penalize?
He said, "Not on my YouTube.
Not on this. Not
He
on this
said,
channel.
You don't get that build the wall attitude energy out of here right now.
If you ain't seen the clip, that's not on me.
I've seen it. That's one of my favorite clips, man.
When you out and King Trady, if you out in the field and someone say Mexican got on boots, what you about to do?
Tuck in.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Go tuck in.
You learned something, didn't you? That's called educational.
I ain't gonna ever be out there like that, though. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna try to pass is what it is. You feel me? Nah.
Fair enough. He said,
I'm the bad guy.
Oh, they, you know,
got
I
on
like.
boots?
Facts.
You might be the bad guy.
Hey,
You mean your villainous Cal era?
No, I'm good.
Oh, Cal, because I need a sound bite. Almost on the list.
Hold up. What number was he? He ended up being number 20 something. What was
right?
he on my list?
28.
Was he on my list?
Almost was 28.
Yeah. So.
Almost wasn't on my list.
No, but he was on our list.
I know. It's unfortunate, right?
For who?
It was right.
Us.
No, he was supposed to be there.
Why? What did Almost do?
What didn't he do?
He was a tag team champion, right?
He was.
How he get carried by a man smaller than him?
People would argue he's one of the best in the business. People are arguing that he might be better than Shawn Michaels, which is the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah. See, thank you. I'm crazy, but people saying Giant Almost is better.
No, he meant AJ Styles.
Oh, but AJ Styles is better than Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said Almost was better than AJ Styles.
I was trying to clarify. I was confused.
Okay, y'all got a lot with this.
I was trying to clarify.
I was saying he was standing next to the man
who's better than
Better
HBK.
than Shawn Michaels.
who they saying is better than Shawn Michaels. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I 100% go with that.
Yeah.
He was
I don't
standing
know.
next
I
to
mean,
the man.
That's cool.
That's like a cheap pop.
I'm
I
sorry,
guess.
he was
That's a cheap pop is crazy.
the booking. All right, let me ask you in that whole situation, right? In that whole situation,
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he ready. He
Yeah.
ready.
We
Coming
waiting
this
for that.
weekend.
He
We
ready.
waiting on that.
yeah. all right,
Styles
don't
over
go
the kid.
He been ready.
And this weekend, Styles over the kid. We got everything laid out.
We
I
waiting
did
on that.
I did see that image earlier today. Good job.
I didn't. I only saw the Booker T.
I'm
Now,
sorry.
now,
What you said?
let me ask you a question though. In that situation, the booking focus was where?
The focus has always been on Almost. The focus has been on Omar since he was the big bodyguard outside of Raw Underground. They love a big person.
It's the year,
Yeah.
not the wrestler.
That nigga's ass in the year though. 20,
Bobby Lashley had a good match at
20
Mania.
Yo,
that match at Mania.
His Mania
This
match
is
was
actually
number 2
pretty
on the list.
good.
Come on, man.
come on, Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree. That man is ass.
That's not what I'm arguing.
He's
I
not
don't think
disagreeing.
I don't think he's.
I'm not
bad.
even and I don't agree,
Okay, no,
but that's not what I'm arguing though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I told you it's the year, not the rest.
No, I understand. No, but my thing is in the year I did not like any match that I saw him in. I did not think he was a good professional wrestler. But let me finish. I do not think he even needs to be on the list. I don't think there's things that he did better than some of the other people that made it on the list, especially to be damn near in the middle of the list. It feels too high to me. If he was going to be on the list, he should be in the 40s.
You said you didn't like anything.
I didn't.
Did you dislike anything?
Everything.
He disliked everything.
I disliked a lot of what Omos was doing. I disliked a lot of what Omos. I don't. The actual move,
like his
the way he's doing backbreakers and shit, the way he does promos.
You like Omos with MVP?
Yeah, you like Omos?
You like Omos with MVP right now?
Almost works because he's with MVP. If he wasn't with MVP, it would be a lot worse.
But do you like it?
No, I don't want to see it. Like what part of this are people? I don't want to see it.
All of it. We don't get it.
No, again, we all have someone we hate.
How come I can't dislike somebody? Why I can't dislike somebody? How come I can't not want to see somebody?
No, you can, but we also are going to give you a hard time.
It's like you and him been feuding. Like
it's like Drip and Cody.
I feel
Drip got Cody hate.
King Strady, I think what you said is the problem. People put that on me. Omos do something on Raw. What's niggas doing? Oh, I can't wait to see what Cal gonna do on Raw. I'm not even trying to think about that nigga, but I get worked into a shoot.
That's your own fault.
Because I made a comment on my podcast that airs every Thursday on youtube.com/Black Rasslin that I had an opinion about a pro wrestler. Now all of a sudden this is a storyline.
Yes,
that's whack.
The week after WrestleMania, you're like, yo, you're like, this is your king, and we're like, he wasn't
because y'all was crying his nuts every time. Oh my god, did you see what almost? Oh my god, did you see what happened?
I got my own set.
Yeah, then why was you riding his? Everybody was talking king shit about Omos every fucking week. It didn't happen.
No.
All right.
No, we ain't riding. We just told you what it was.
No. You said some bullshit because y'all wanted Omos to be great because he's a big black guy.
What's wrong with that?
He's ass.
He's not.
All right. I'm gonna agree to disagree. I'm not. The thing is, until I see something that's like, oh, nah, he actually is an ass. What can I do?
Wait till he pin Roman.
Don't let him. Cal might have to take that week off.
Yeah, I might have. And we'll have to see what the fuck that would be because there's no way the Omasa right now is ready for that.
Yo, he gonna
back to you, Trey.
He gonna flip the table like Mr. Darnell, yo, and lean on me.
You bringing up Jinder Mahal being the champion is not gonna sell me on Omos being the champion.
Right? They'll do crazy shit in the summer. All right, come on, Trey, come on.
Don't hinder Jinder.
I hate
Jinder was a whole champion, son.
Rock was trash.
Come on now.
He was a champion.
Somebody was a champion that was trash.
Nah,
don't say that. Jinder was he was doing this thing in the ring. Jinder was doing this thing in the ring.
Hey, that's the IRP50.
No, that's your cousin. Your cousin loves Jinder though.
No,
your cousin loves Jinder though. Your cousin loves Jinder though.
Yo, he left.
He left himself.
He left. He said, "Fuck it, I'm out." Like these niggas done got me shut down. I'm out of here.
That is a fact, though. Math
we knew who he was before we got here.
I wasn't expecting that one from you though.
That's
how long you know better.
Math loves Jinder Mahal. You can't say nothing bad about that man.
That's my man.
Yeah. There's a pattern here. That's all I'm saying. It looks like there's a pattern forming of people that's given these opportunities to be champions. You champion these people, and they end up being ass.
I don't even know the word anymore.
Yo,
what ass?
Yo, so we had a good show. I'm gonna go around to everybody get their final thoughts because they gotta go do their live stream, and I'm not going to have them over here messing up their live stream time because they over here with us.
Nigga, we was over here talking shit for 20 minutes.
We would have blamed you anyway. It don't matter, Terry.
We're gonna blame you for being on time.
Everything's fault.
God damn it, we right on time. Trading, you a bastard. That's crazy.
To the people, Rocker Stone Cold.
Black.
Rock.
Yeah, I'm black.
What's the just in general?
Yes,
Nah,
sir.
just answer it.
No, because I asked because this question was asked over the weekend at Black Wrestle Fest, and they put a specific caveat on it.
He just asked. He ain't
Rock
put
and
no
Stone Cold. That's
If,
it.
if I'm choosing between Rock and Stone Cold, I'm going with The Rock. If you're giving me different scenarios and different situations, that conversation can change.
Hold on, Nicole. Be cool. Drip.
The Rock.
President Maivia.
When y'all listen to this on the podcast stream, okay? That just tied up my Rock versus Stone Cold for a year. So that activated the giveaway. More to come on that on the Instagram, on the YouTube, on the Twitter. But I gotta get rid of some of these Funko Pops. So yeah, we all about that. You feel me? But final thought. Nicole, you okay?
Oh, I'm having a bang up time actually. This is really good. It's more entertaining than you, Trey. You need to step it up a little bit.
Yeah, Trey.
This is as entertaining as I do. I spotlight.
That is true, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
still
it's true.
on the field, though. You know? But
Well, you have the
final thought.
The belt flex.
That's what we doing?
The belt flex.
but that's one of the worst looking titles ever.
Trip. Fuck, he got to take it out. God damn. He got my titles.
Hey, you're not gonna put none of them up.
He got
Huh?
You ain't gonna put none of them up.
This right here is
put that up this week.
this was the traveling championship. It's been to Baltimore, New
We had
York,
this
Florida,
conversation.
California,
Traveling to Jersey.
Chicago. I mean,
Put
it's
it up.
the Predictions Championship. What's happening?
Put it up. Forbidden Door. Put it up.
Don't you tell no man to put his forbidden door up.
Put it up. Nah. No pause June. No pause June.
Forbidden Door.
Put it up.
Y'all watching that show?
I am.
I have to.
Switchblade. Jay White is defending
I have
the title.
Yeah, we're gonna,
It's gonna be the duration is gonna be insane. I don't think I could do it.
That is a Sunday. I have
Along
to.
with the Black Rasslin Podcast, AEW still ain't having black wrestlers, men, women, wrestle on your show, but you're very diverse with everything else. But go ahead. On Dynamite, I should say. But go ahead.
Well,
Trey was
YouTube.com.
like this.
Black YouTube.com. What time is it? In about less than a half hour, we should be live on our YouTube talking about I anything else that people have to say about the BRP50. I guess we're previewing Forbidden Door. We got a special guest that I believe should be stopping by. You don't want to miss that. Tune in 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once we get out here,
the exclusive drop on here. Who is it, Cal?
Oh,
Shit, this nigga. Shit, you know.
I don't do that.
Give the drop, Nick. Give the drop.
It's we got a guess.
Just give him a drop. You know, go ahead.
It's Kill Shot from Lucha Underground. That's our guess.
No.
All right, I'm out of
Hey,
here.
yo, I hate Drip so much.
You already see only one person got that. I mean, two, because Matt was like,
No, I got that.
but then Trey was the only one, like a second later, like, oh shit, like
No, I'm not old shit. And I got the letter from legal.
BlackRasslin.com at Black Rasslin on all social medias. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin, YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. 2022 BRP50 list is up on BlackRasslin.com. Shouts to Andreas Hale. Shouts to Mimi. There's a lot of dope shit that's happened for the BRP50. Shouts out to King Trady for helping us out with the list. The BRP after the 50 is happening soon.
Damn, after the 50 is next week.
Next week.
I did tell I was going to give the first people from after the 50 on here. They already know.
You gonna do that? That's next week. You gonna do?
I'm gonna just put it up here. If they can see it, they can see it. If they can't,
Boom.
hey.
So you all ready?
Shouts to my Renegade. Shouts to my Renegade.
I'm trying to go check them on Saturday.
They're gonna be at CCW, the tag team tournament. Yes, check that out.
Saturday.
If you can't be there, watch it on the Title Match Network. 2 weeks for free. $9.99 afterwards. I appreciate y'all, Title Match.
I love it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate Title Match. That's all I'll say. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all I got. Y'all want to shout ourselves out? We good?
That's it.
Nah, nigga, they know where we at.
Y'all know where they at, man.
After the 50, man.
Follow them. Oh, if y'all go to their YouTube, whenever y'all see this, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. They're like 861.
We right
to 139. You know what I'm saying? They can start monetizing because they go live every Thursday. Then they can activate the super chat after a month. And y'all can actually start paying these dudes for what they're doing and the information they're giving to you.
Wait, I forgot about the super chat.
Nigga, I ain't
y'all do that
about a super chat.
Watch out for. Make sure you pay the 1 or the 10 for their Patreon too. You feel me? This is officially 2 years to this day. We uploaded our first spotlight with Savannah Evans.
You cut us off too.
Who?
You did?
Cut y'all off on what?
The 50 that we came on. The first one.
No, we had first off.
He didn't know, Martin. He didn't know.
I didn't know, Martin. I didn't know, okay?
What a time.
It turned out with them first time, since think about the 2 years, first time talk to them, I'm like, okay, everything been going 30, 45 minutes. Cool. I knew they was some ends. Nah, I knew they was some niggas. I knew they was coming through, and then we started talking. It turned into like 2.5 hours.
That shit went.
Keep trading through part 1.
Since then, we've been locked in.
Mouth saying like the only thing I love more than wrestling is Hennessy.
Ends.
Yeah. We've been locked in since that point.
Facts. We really been clicked up ever since. It's been real natural. So
that's my guy.
Appreciate you, Trady. Appreciate you, Nicole. Shouts out, we love wrestling always and forever.
Because if I love wrestling, you
love wrestling.
You love wrestling.
That means
we
love wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yo, we gotta talk.
Yeah,
we gotta talk Nicole into stopping by Black Rasslin one night.
Facts.
Let me know. My shoot job has me in a chokehold right now, so I have to know
Damn,
ahead of time.
Yo,
since we
basically,
y'all
I should never accepted that promotion.
Y'all need Tiffany. They got the crazy white girl Alexis.
We do too.
Right.
What?
We got Ellen.
We got Ellen right here.
Where'd he go? Where'd she go?
Thought she was away from daytime TV. She podcasting.
Yo, we out of here, man. If you're on the podcast version, go to the YouTube. If you're on the YouTube, go to the podcast version. Fridays, we releasing 2 matches: Renegade Twins versus Kelsey Reagan and Devin Macabre. And we're also releasing La Rosa Negra versus Sumi Sakai, River City Wrestling Con exclusives. And next week, we unlocking about 10 matches. But other than that, like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's 2 Street. For the coach.
2 Street.
Ooh. Cut these niggas